back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, y'all. Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas, guys. I love Christmas so much. It is really my favorite holiday, and man, I almost did not get this video. Girl, I almost did not get this video out to you guys because I am like so last minute with stuff. I hate it. Like literally, as I'm recording this right now, it is Christmas Eve, but you guys will of course get this on Christmas. And I literally been shopping, doing like last minute shopping all day. Literally all day. So don't be me, do your Christmas shopping early. But I'm done now. I'm done. The last thing I have to do is like literally wrap up a couple more gifts. And in the morning on Christmas Day, I have to do a little bit of cooking for the family before going to my mama's crib. But yeah, y'all, I love Christmas so much. But I was like, you know what, Drea? You promised a video a week, and that's what you need to do. So I put my Nutcracker onesie on. This is my favorite onesie. I had this for like a couple years now. I had to put my Nutcracker onesie on, y'all. I took my hair out, and I done got my natural hair out, which is so crazy because I didn't even know my hair was this long. I literally cut my hair in, what was it, April of 2020. Literally shaved it down. I'll post a picture and put it over here somewhere. But I literally shaved my entire head in April 2020, and it is like back to its normal length. I mean, before I cut it. So here it is. I need to actually go get my ends cut. Y'all, I haven't got my ends cut in 3 years. And this is my first time actually straightening my hair in 3 years. Is it 3 years? Almost 3 years. I guess it'll be 3 years in April of 2023. So yeah, my hair grew so much. Like, I'm so happy. But that's what happens when you keep your hair in braids, y'all. It grows so fast. And crazier thing is, I actually cut like an inch off because when I first dyed it. When I first cut my hair, I let it grow for a few months and I started dyeing it. And yeah, once I got tired of that dye, I didn't dye it back to my actual color. I literally just cut it off. So I cut like an inch off. So it would be even longer than this. But yeah, y'all, I'm just so happy to have hair again, to be honest with you. But anyway, guys, we need to get into this story. I have a story time for you guys. So make sure you guys are like, commenting, and subscribing. Also be sure to hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. All right. And so far it is every week, guys. You will get a video every week. Okay. Yes. So, all right, let's just get right into it, guys. Cause it's, like I said, it's Christmas Eve and I want to go do festivities with my family. So I'm just going to give you a quick little story. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so this was about a time where I was basically being a bad friend. I don't know what I'm going to title this exactly, but oh yeah, my notebook, y'all. I've been doing way too much. But I was just not being a good friend at all. Till this day, I look at this because I'm still, you know, very good friends with my friend that I did this to. But I just look back on it and I'm like, you're not even this person. Like, why would you do this? So I'm going to tell the story about how I was being a bad friend, I guess you can say. All right. This happened years ago, guys. Early 20s. And did I graduate college yet? I believe I did. Or did I? I don't know. I'm not sure if I did or not. Doesn't matter. But at the time, I was actually living with a friend of mine. And, you know, she was my best friend. I actually did a few story times about her, but it don't matter. So I actually ended up living with her just because I had some situations going on with my sister and we weren't really getting along. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live with my friend because obviously we just cannot live under the same roof. You know what I mean? Which is why I want to say, I believe this was after I graduated college, like right after. Was it? I don't know. I think it was. It was. So I just moved out and moved in with my friend, and I lived with her for some months. So one day, even before I tell you guys what happened this particular day, let me just give you a quick background about my friend that I lived with. And I'm going to call her, I wish I could remember what I call her in past story times, but I'm just going to call her Shady. I feel like I used that name in another story time, but it don't matter. If I use the name Shady in another story time, it's not the same Shady I'm using for this story time. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It could be. But for this story time, I'm going to call my best friend Shady. So I'm staying with Shady. And with that being said, she wasn't shady in that sense. So it was actually very nice to her to let me live with her at that point. But Shady, she was like my fun going out friend. Like back in the day when we used to like want to go link with boys, we used to call it missions. Like, oh, we're going on a mission. She was my friend that I would always do my missions with, if that makes sense. So I'm staying with Shady. Of course, we're young. We're in our young 20s. She has her own place. And of course, there's always people at the house. Like, why not? We're in our young 20s. We're always partying. We're always drinking, smoking, having fun, doing whatever we do. You know what I'm saying? So she is just like my party friend, always down to do whatever. And she's also the friend where it's just like, if I don't really know you like that, and even if I'm around you a few times, if I'm not like super cool or you're not like my close friend, I don't really care about you or what you got going on, period. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do in that moment. And yeah, and that's how she is. Cool. Like me, on the other hand, I'm more nice. I'm just like, oh, you know, I just like everybody to feel like included. And, you know, I don't want to ever leave anybody out or make anybody feel bad about anything. I'm not going to hold you. That's how I was. I'm not saying I'm not like that anymore, but I'm a lot less like that. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm still very nice. I'm still very inclusive. So I'm not weird or anything. But she was cool. She was a people person, but she was also very like, well, I don't care. This is what we're doing type thing as well. All right, cool. So that's the background on Shady. Anyway, so fast forward to this particular day. I believe it was like a Friday or Saturday. It was a weekend. We were going out. We're like, yes, let's go out. It's, you know, it's going to be a lit night. Let's hit the South Side, guys. If you don't know what the South Side is, because I'm from Pittsburgh. So basically the South Side is a long strip of bars and clubs. That's all it is. So I'm sure everybody has that inner city. And yeah, so we was going to go to the South Side of Pittsburgh and party down on the South Side. So I'm like, all right, that's where we're all like, you know, we was talking about it like the whole day. Oh, we got to figure out what we're going to do. We even went to the mall, got us like a little outfit because we wanted to be real cute. And then like where my friend lived at, it was more of like a, what do you call it? My mind is going blank. But basically, I don't know. It's technically apartment buildings, but there was like a whole bunch of them. Like a whole, like just, there was a lot. And a lot of people from our school also had apartments up there that we all went to high school with. So we was like with these people all the time. We, you know, it was all cool. We was always partying, hanging out. Like this was like every day type thing. You know, early 20s. You got your own apartment. It's lit. We're doing whatever. So we're like, all right, y'all, let's go out. And then a couple of our guy friends that actually lived up there in the apartments too, they were like, bet, let's all go as a group. So we're lit. We're like 6-7 people deep. I'm trying to think, because it was me, Shady, her other friend, well, our mutual friend. And then I believe there was like 3 guys as well. So yeah, we were like 6 people deep. So, all right, I get a phone call from my other friend. And I'm going to call her Sweetie. I'm going to call her Sweetie because she's just so like, she's a sweetheart, period. She's a sweetheart. So Sweetie, she hits me up. She's like,
hey, what are you guys doing tonight? Like, I want to step out.
And I'm just like, oh, Sweetie, you hit me up at a good time. We're actually all going to hit the Southside Strip tonight. Like, you should definitely come and meet us down there. Because at this time, Sweetie lived on the whole opposite part of town. She definitely came to our part of town a few times to just party with us, but we're like, yeah, you might as well meet us on the south side, you know, because that was more of our midway point. That way she didn't have to drive all the way to where we lived. So she's like, all right, bet, let me know when y'all leave. That's when I'm gonna leave. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, y'all, Sweetie's coming to meet us. Now Shady knows Sweetie through me, of course, because Sweetie is my friend from college. So she's like, oh, bet Sweetie's gonna be down there, cool, you know, we're gonna have a lit night. And I'm just like, yes, for sure, like we're so gonna have a lit night. So cool, we're leaving. I hit up Sweetie, hey girl, we are riding down there. So when we get in the car, we all decide to, I think we took 2 cars. Like the guys took their own car, and then it was me, my best friend Shady, and then she had another friend, she don't need a name, but her Sweetie's other friend, which we all went to school together, but she was more of Shady's friend. Did I say Sweetie? I meant to say Shady. She was more of Shady's friend, but we were all cool, you know what I mean? So we hopped in Shady's friend's car and we head to the south side. Now guys, everybody who knows me knows that I am usually always the DD. I'm always the one who drives, and mainly I'm always the one who drives because I'm not saying I don't trust anybody else, but like when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And I'll be honest, like I'm never ready to go. Like I'll be down, like I'll be going with the flow, but I always like to have that option, so I always drive. But for some reason, this particular time, I'm just like, you know what? I want to get lit. I want to get drunk. I'm going to hop in the car with Shady and her friend. So that's what we did. Go to the south side. It's, you know, it's lit. You know, we find somewhere to park because there's, the south side, there's never anywhere to park. It's so annoying. Like, that's why you gotta get down there early, but we don't never get down there early. We be trying, but we be getting dressed and then we be turning up, and then, you know, you got the music on and it's a vibe and we're dancing and we're doing all this extra stuff. We're not really worried about trying to get down there super early, especially if we're driving. So we're just like, we'll get down there when we get down there. But we get down there, we find a spot eventually, and we hit up the guys like, hey, all right, let's go to this bar or club or whatever we went to. I think at first we went to a bar, like a regular bar, whatever. I don't know. I can't fully remember, but I do know it had like 3 levels to it, and each level was like a different vibe. I mean, it was lit. I swear it was lit. So, you know, we're having a good time. Sweetie ends up meeting us at the bar, and we're all taking pictures. I still have these pictures. I ain't gonna post them though, but we all have these pictures. We're taking all these pictures, and we're literally just having a good time. When I tell y'all, we are so drunk to the point where we had to stop drinking because we knew Shady's friend had to drive. And the guys, like, I don't even know. I hope they were good enough. Obviously, they were good enough to drive because they made it back safely, but we were hit. We were definitely hit, but we had such a good time, y'all. Like, we really did. So, moving forward through the night, you know, we're basically bar hopping, and once 2 o'clock hits, that's when everything is over. So 2 o'clock comes around, and we go out and we go to what's her name, Shady's friend's car. Once we get to the car, we're getting in the car. As soon as we're about to pull off, I get a call from Sweetie, and I'm just like, hey girl, you know, what's up, what's going on? We just got to the car, we about to pull off. And she's just like,
Wait, hold on. Don't leave yet. I can't find my car.
and I'm just like, oh shoot, like you can't find your car? Well, you don't remember where you parked exactly? Like, was it before this street, or do you think it was after, a little further down? She says,
Honestly, I really don't know, Drea. I can't remember, and, you know, I'm still a little hit. I really don't know the south side that well.
because she's not from Pittsburgh, guys. She's not from Pittsburgh. So she's telling me how she doesn't really know the south side that well, and she can't remember where she parked. I'm just like, okay, because, you know, mind you, I'm already in the car with Shady and her friend, and I'm telling them to wait. And, you know, Sweetie is just like,
Yeah, I just can't find it.
and I'm just like, okay, well, where are you at? Like, what's around you? What do you see? And she's just like,
I don't know. I'm in front of this place. I'm in front of that place.
and honestly, I can't really I can't like help her remember where her car is because I really honestly don't know where she parked. We came in 2 different vehicles at 2 different times. So like I have no idea where to tell you where to look. And y'all, this is like where the shady part comes in. After I'm just sitting there with her on the phone and whatnot, and I'm just like, girl, like, what, you know, where you at? Like, I don't know. She's like,
wait, just don't leave yet.
And here goes Shady's friend.
Man, come on, like, I'm trying to go. We gotta get back to the house. Like, come on, like, we gotta go.
And Shady is just in the front seat, like,
right? Like, come on.
this laughing, and I'm in the back seat, like, I'm too hip for this. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I want to go back home with Shady and her friend because we're about to go to the house. We're about to drink some more. We're about to finish turning out with the guys. And at the same time, I'm just like, I'm trying to, you know, make sure my friend is cool and gets home safe. But I'm not gonna lie, I was still like hit. I'm not gonna hold you, y'all. I was still drunk. And I just really wasn't caring that much. Like, I cared, but it's just like, girl, like, how you losing your car? Come on. Like, you know, when you parked your car, you're supposed to look to see what street you parked on so you know. Like, this is really what's going through my head. And she, I guess, I don't know. I guess eventually she started just getting agitated with me. And she was just like,
all right, well, I'll find it.
And I'm just like, all right, well, let me know when you find it. And we basically hang up. So at that point, I'm just like, dang, y'all, like, we couldn't even wait and try to help her find her car. And she's like, Shady, his friend is like,
I don't even know her.
And Shady was just like,
yeah, like, that's your friend.
And I'm looking at Shady like, don't be weird, because we definitely hung out with her all together a couple of times. Like, you don't got to be rude like that all because your other friend is here. Like, don't be rude. That's, you know, that's weird. So they're both just in the front laughing like,
come on, let's go. Oh, well, she should have never left her car and not know where it was at. Like, who does that?
Just like straight kind of clowning for real. And I'm just like, all right, let's just go. Let's finish turning up. Like, just being a bad friend and going along with other people on some drunk shit. And yeah, we basically leave her down on the south side. At this point, everybody's leaving the south side because, like I said, the bars is closed after 2. We done lollygagged for like a half an hour. It's like going on 3 o'clock. We're leaving. Just left her on the south side, y'all. Just left her. Got all the way back to where we stay. We live like 20-25 minutes from the south side. So I get all the way back to the house, and I'm not gonna hold y'all the whole ride there. I'm just like, oh my God, like, Drea, you're drunk, but like, snap out of it. Like, what did you do? Did you really just leave your friend on the south side by herself, knowing that she's not even from here? It's 3 a.m. She's a female. Like, what? Like, guys, this all just started just clicking in my head. And I'm just like, Drea, like, why would you not just stay on the south side with your friend? Because the main reason why I left is because I'm like, well, this is my ride and they're taking me home. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to miss my ride. So that was like my main reason for leaving with Shady and her friend. But in all actuality, you know, my friend, Sweetie, she was just like, just stay with me, find the car, and I will take you home myself. And I just honestly, till this day, cannot tell you why I did not stay with my friend and have her drive me home. That was like literally the shadiest thing I could have ever did. So we get back to the house because my car is parked at Shady's house. So we get back to Shady's house, and immediately, as soon as we get out the car, I run in her house, grab my keys, and go get in my car to meet Sweetie back on the south side to help her find her car, because I honestly, it just wasn't sitting right with me. I don't know. I couldn't believe I even left in the first place because, like I said, I was in my right head and I was just kind of letting them influence me and like, come on, Drea, like, oh, well, just leave her. And I still, honestly, to this day, can't believe I did that. But I hopped in my car so quick and I caught her. I'm like, girl, I'm on my way. I'm on my way right now to help you. Like, I should never left you. I'm sorry. I'm on my way right now. And she's like, all right. So I'm driving through, you know, our city, and I finally gets on the freeway. And as soon as I get onto the freeway, she's like, oh, Drea. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like,
I found my car.
And in that instance, I'm like, okay, good. You know, it was like a sigh of relief, but at the same time, it's just like, bitch, I just got in my car and I hit the freeway and everything for you to just find your car. She was just like,
Yeah, oh my goodness, now that I see it parked here, I definitely remember parking here now. Oh my goodness.
And I'm just like, all right, girl, well, I'm happy that you found your car and everything. I'm just going to, you know, stay on the phone with you until you're able to start it up and you're driving. And she's like,
All right, cool.
I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm sorry. I could tell she was still kind of just like mad at me because it's just like, bitch, you really left me and I came out with you. You're my friend. And I came out with you and your friends and you played me and did all that shady shit and just left me. I don't want to say played her, but you really played me and left me on some weird shady shit, knowing that I'm a female on the south side by myself at 3 a.m. Y'all, I feel so bad because she was literally walking around and like it was nobody down there. And she did not know where her car was at all. She did not know where her car was. And I'm telling y'all, that's how like that really affected me because to this day, like I still feel bad about it, which is why I have to do a story time on it and telling y'all that I'm not perfect. I've done shady things in my life. I have. Like, we've talked about it. We've digressed. We've went through the motions and all that good stuff since then. But, y'all, I will never, ever, ever do that again to anyone. That is just rude to anyone. Because at the end of the, well, I couldn't say at the end of the day, we could have at least drove her home because I'm pretty sure Shady's friend would not have wanted to do that, but I could have stayed on the south side with her till she found her car. And I'm happy she did find her car, but she should not have had to walk around wandering all by herself in skimpy clothing because mind you, we was out bar and club hopping. So that was just like so messed up to me, but I've learned my lesson. She knows I love her and I would never do anything like that to her or anyone else again. But yeah, guys, that's the time I was being a rude, shady friend. I swear. But anyway, guys, let me know how you like this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you like my hair. I want to style it better. Like I said, I got to get my ends cut and everything so everything lays better. And like I said, I've been running around all day, so I kind of sorted out a little bit too. But yeah, guys, make sure you're sharing my video as well. Y'all, I'm really doing this. Like, believe me, I'm really doing this. I love you guys so much. I have so many more stories to tell you guys. So I'm excited to let y'all in on my tea in my life. But yeah, guys, like I said, I want to go and enjoy this Christmas Eve with my family. So once again, have a very merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in my next video.